Hi guys, welcome back. Y'all already know, gotta tax baby before we do any work on this boat. And I also found a receipt lying around. I realized that this was from when we did an oil change and replaced the impeller on the boat. Now let's get to it. I am tired of working on this dang boat. Can it just be done with already? Our mission today is to get the floors entirely. The previous owners put pressure treated plywood over the floors and just screwed it down. Today we're going to be replacing that with marine plywood. We're also going to coat it with fiberglass for extra durability. And while Dylan was working really hard on removing all the screws that were completely rusted and stripped, I was working really hard holding the cup and collecting all the screws. And guys, it was taking forever to get these screws out of the freaking plywood. They were so stripped and so rusted, we just could not get them out. At some point we kind of gave up on using the drill, so we just started trying to pry as many out as we could. The floor was not moving without all of these freaking little screws out. And after spending 5,000 years trying to take these dang little screws out, we finally got them all out and we were finally able to take this plywood off of it. But we did not realize that they actually kept the floor underneath. So now we have to do double work.
You know, before this is over, I'm gonna need a whole lot of serious therapy. Look at my eye twitching.
And at this point, I'm just trying to hype myself up so that I'm not as angry, but I was freaking angry. We spent so long trying to take that top piece of plywood off just to have to do it all over again with the second layer of the floor. I was not having it. As we lifted that little piece off, we realized that there's more wood we need to replace. We had to quickly go get our pickup order from Home Depot. We had assumed that we would already be done getting the floors and ready to install, but obviously that's not going as planned. It actually ended up working out because we were able to pick up the fiberglass mask that we got, and it came in handy for when we were gutting the original flooring. The carpets were so dusty, so nasty, the fiberglass was getting everywhere. And at this point, again, I'm just trying to stay positive because I was honestly so over this freaking boat at this moment in time. It was not as easy peasy lemon squeezy as I thought it was going to be. And if it wasn't bad enough that it took us 5,000 years to remove the first layer of plywood, this was even harder. The carpet wasn't ripping, the fiberglass was so difficult to remove. The more we kept exposing, the more we realized how much wood we were going to have to replace. I was fully ready to just call it quits on this boat. But you know what they say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger after you cry. So that's what I did. I had a temper tantrum, I got over it, and we locked the heck in. At this point, pride and ego were fueling me. I can't tell you how many people we know told us not to get this boat, not to spend money on this boat, give back our crappy boat, it's not gonna run, it's free for a reason, etc, etc. In retrospect, honestly, we probably should have thought out just a little bit more how much time it was going to take us to restore this whole thing. Watching things on YouTube can be very deceiving. It's a lot harder than it looks. It's much easier said than done. And because we're both employed full time, it only gives us weekend to work on the boat. And we probably should have looked up the cost to purchase everything, creating a budget, but we're already in too deep, so go big, go home, right? Any hoosers, I'm trying to remove as much of the wood as possible. That gray layer is the fiberglass, the dark brown is the wood, and the yellow is the foam. At this point, we're not really sure if we're going to keep the foam or not. We don't know what it's supposed to look like, so we're just going to leave it for now. I guess on the bright side, I don't need a gym membership anymore. I better be as buff as the hole when we're done with this boat.
And why'd you stick around this long and never fix the whiskey? Why you keep on pulling it off the shelf? You hate the way you look at me, you halfway see yourself, and it got me thinking, if I'm the problem, well, you might be the reason.
And after my little karaoke sesh, we got back to work. And while Dylan was working on removing the rest of the fiberglass on the back side of the boat, I figured I would start removing the first layer of flooring on the front side of the boat. So I'm going ahead and removing all these freaking strip screws. Luckily, these were so much easier than the back ones. This whole piece came off just in one. And then the OG worst fisherman came to see the boat in person. And although he saw a lot of potential in the boat, it was hard for me to explain and for him to visualize what exactly I wanted for the boat. So I sent him a couple of pictures, and now it's time for you guys to see what I want for this boat. So first thing, I want to change that passenger seat area to a whole bench. And I'm going to attempt to do the seats like this, but since I'm doing it myself, we'll see how that goes. And this is the color concept for the outside of the boat. Not really sure yet how we're going to get this ombre effect, but we'll figure it out. And not only is this going to be our family boat, but we are also planning to do a lot of fishing in this boat, so I wanted to build some custom seats in the bow area. And here's a little rendering of how I picture it. But anyways, back to reality. This is what she's looking like so far. We still have a lot of work to do. We have to work on this corner. We still have to do this piece, that piece, pull this whole plywood up, and then gut the floors. We haven't even touched the front yet. Finally, baby got the plywood off, and we realized that it was actually worse than we thought. All the wood in here was rotten. It was completely falling apart. You could feel it when you stepped onto the carpet that the wood was caving in. Exhibit A.
Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry.
But anyway, we got to work on gutting the original floor, and it was a little easier this time because the carpet was falling apart, so it didn't give us as many problems. And this is how it looked like at the very end. As you can see, it's just in rough condition. All of this is falling apart. This whole wood needs to be replaced. I mean, we have a lot of work to do. So stay tuned for day 3 of our boat restoration.
Thank you for the love and support. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. Click the like button. Turn on your notifications. Stay tuned for our next video. Bye.